Okay, 1 Corinthians 2. There is a slight snippet that I want to say before I dive into this, because I'm not sure everyone knows who the Holy Spirit is. The Holy Spirit is one part of the Trinity of God. The Holy Spirit is the one who dwells inside of you, the one who you could say it's your still small voice. He is the one who guides you through your days, helps you with your choices. If you say, God, I don't know what to do in this situation, can you help me with focus, help me with guidance, help me figure out what I should do in this situation. The Holy Spirit is the one who speaks to you and guides you in those circumstances. So, part of this, 1 Corinthians 2, is about God's wisdom revealed by the Spirit. I am going to start at verse 1 because that does need a lead-in. So, as it was with me, brothers and sisters, when I came to you, I did not come with eloquence or human wisdom as I proclaimed to you the testimony about God. So the person speaking this isn't even someone who can talk well, isn't like a smart person. He's just saying right off the bat, I'm not generally the one that you would want to listen to, but I have these words that I feel I need to speak because God's talking to me. So that's basically who I am. I am not a public speaker. This is just me sitting in my alcove with a comfy t-shirt on. But I feel like I'm led to talk to you guys. So, for I resolved to know nothing while I was with you except Jesus Christ and him crucified. I came to you in weakness with great fear and trembling. Guys, this is not easy. It's not easy to have a verse brought to you like during your like personal quiet time, a thought or a topic or whatever, and feel like you really need to share it, especially when you're an introvert. This girl, this feels very awkward, but so yes, I I don't know how you're gonna take these things, but I'm anxious and I just hope I say it right. My message and my preaching were not wise and persuasive words, but with a demonstration of the Spirit's power. This is completely the Holy Spirit talking through me. This is not my words. So that your faith may not rest on human wisdom, but on God's power. Okay. So that section is basically talking about what it's like to be a missionary. Yeah. We are not eloquent. We are not smart people. What you would consider a smart person, maybe. But the Holy Spirit is working through us and telling us to speak things to other people. Because that's how the Bible came about. God's words. I'm not saying my words need to be in the Bible. If I didn't have the Bible, I couldn't speak words to you. Speak this kind of stuff. But, okay, God's wisdom revealed by the Spirit. We do, however, speak a message of wisdom among the mature, but not the wisdom of this age or the rulers of this age who are coming to nothing. So So that basically tells me that the people who are in charge of our counties, our states, our countries, our NATO, whoever, are not going to sit down and watch YouTube videos about, or from people, from small-time missionaries, local people. They have a special advisor, spiritual advisor, pastor, something, Catholic priest, whatever, that they go to for religious things. So the people who are looking for wisdom, looking to be more mature in their lives, are the ones who are going to search, are going to listen, are going to do the work. No, we declare God's wisdom a mystery that has been hidden and that God destined for our glory before time began. We declare God's wisdom a mystery that's been hidden and God destined for our glory before time began. None of the rulers of this age understand it, for if they had, they would not have crucified the Lord of glory. However, it is as it is written, what no eye has seen, what no ear has heard, what no human mind has conceived, the things God has prepared for those who love him. None of us can see, hear, conceive, understand what God has in store for us. These are the things God has revealed to us by his Spirit. So his Holy Spirit living in us, speaking through us, breathing life and energy into us daily. These are reading the Bible, listening to other people. That's how God reveals himself to us, by his Spirit speaking through people. Because we're the ones who are supposed to be spreading his message. The Spirit searches all things, even the deep things of God. For who knows a person's thoughts except their own spirit within them? We're the only ones who know what we think, physically. In the same way, no one knows the thoughts of God except the Spirit of God. What we have received is not the spirit of the world, but the Spirit who is from God, so that we may understand what God has freely given us. I'm going to reference the video I just did before this. When we declare and live and believe in the knowledge of God, in the knowledge of Jesus Christ, we may understand what God has freely given us. He has given us grace. This is what we speak, not in words taught us by human wisdom, because it's not about what people know. People don't know diddly. But in words taught by the Spirit, explaining spiritual realities with Spirit-taught words. The person without the Spirit does not accept the things that come from the Spirit of God, but considers them foolishness. So anyone who doesn't know about God, anyone who doesn't accept him or believe in him, is going to think that what we talk about is crazy talk, and cannot understand them because they are discerned only through the Spirit. The person with the Spirit makes judgments about all things, but such a person is not subject to merely human judgments. For who has known the mind of the Lord so as to instruct him? But we have the mind of Christ. People say not to judge. That is incorrect. We are to judge correctly. We are to judge in love. We are to judge according to what God tells us. The person with the Spirit makes judgments about all things. Every single day, there are things that come up in our lives, and we are supposed to make a judgment call about each and every single thing that we come up with. come up against, come up, just anything. I'm supposed to make a judgment call about my daughter being in a virtual class on time. I'm her parent. I'm supposed to raise her up correctly. I'm going to make sure she's in her virtual class on time. That is a spiritual judgment call because I was put in charge of her in physical life form. I'm going to make a judgment call every day whether I'm going to write in my journal, what I'm going to write in my journal, because whatever I write in here, for one, it helps either get it out of me or it helps me organize my brain. But once it's on paper, it's not going to come off the paper. So what am I telling myself? What am I allowing myself to see come out of me? What am I allowing myself to process in my life? These are personal judgment calls, people. Every single day I have certain meds I have to take at certain times. Personal judgment call. Do I take the med? I know how my body's going to respond if I don't. Do I need to take this med? Yes, I do. And do I need to take a whole one? Yes, I do. Because if I only take a half one or a quarter of one, I know what's going to happen. It's not going to work as effectively. I'm making a judgment call, believing that these medications help me. Why? Because I know how my body responds if I don't have these. Okay. I make a judgment call every day whether to take care of this little area of plants over here or not. Should I take care of them? Nah, I think I'll just let them sit over there and rot and dry out today. No, I'm going to take care of them. Why? One, some of them were a gift. Why were they a gift? Because people know that I love them. Two, they're part of God's creation and we are to take care of God's creation. Three, it's an enjoyable hobby. So, God's wisdom is not man's wisdom. God's wisdom is only through the Holy Spirit. And it is only spoken to you by people who are not eloquent, not wise, but they have the right thing going on inside of them. So, on that note, 1 Corinthians 2, the whole chapter. Honestly, I would encourage you to read all of Corinthians. We've got a lot of good stuff in them. I will talk to you guys later. Bye.